when I close my eyes and think back a few years ago, I see the life I thought I wanted. The first taste of real success. But something was missing. I was rowing as hard as I could, but I was in the wrong boat. Then, a new kind of machine started to think.
A new artificial intelligence tool is going viral for cranking out entire essays in a matter of seconds.
And it's called ChatGPT.
GPT is a type of artificial intelligence model developed by OpenAI.
ChatGPT has been hailed as a game changer.
I knew that this was the opportunity I was waiting for. So, I started recruiting some of my best friends who shared my vision. Together, we saw the future and went all in. Building a team of over 60 people and an audience of millions. We're out at 9,000 subscribers. Alex and Wazzy, what's up?
What's up, Liam? How's it going?
But why are we doing this? Unlike some other people on the internet, I'll be honest with you, we are here to make a lot of money. But I've always believed that money is just a byproduct of the value you deliver to the world. As Ralph Waldo Emerson said, serve man, and by no stratagem can you hide from the reward. My team and I are trying to build a future where the wealth of the AI revolution is distributed as fairly as possible. And we think that's a pretty damn valuable thing to give to the world. For the past 2 years, we've been making huge progress towards that goal, helping millions of businesses and individuals to navigate this new world. But success can be a trap. It creates noise, pulling you in a dozen different directions at once. And when you're chasing everything, you risk catching nothing. And now, we're here to make our biggest bet yet.
Sugar man, won't you hurry? 'Cause I'm tired of these scenes. For a blue coin, won't you bring back all those colors to my dreams? Silver magic ships you carry, jumpers, Coke, sweet Mary Jane. Sugar man, metaphor.
So hello and welcome to a new channel, a new video, and something very different to what we've done before. This is a bit of a behind the scenes of our company retreat for Morningside here in Marbella in the south of Spain, one of our favorite places we've been coming to for quite a long time. But here as a team, and after so much growth, it's a really good chance to reset. We've all been sort of working remote recently, but you're going to get to meet a lot of the team, the Morningside team that I haven't really shown much on the channel before. Hear what they've been doing, working on, and hear where we're kind of going strategy-wise as a company. This is partially a strategy retreat to get very clear on where we're going over the next 5 years. So you'll just see a bit of that, and behind the scenes of some of the cool stuff we do, both work and both extracurricular. But yeah.
So yeah, come along with this journey with me.
Come along on this journey. What's up, guys? I'm going to go and introduce you to the team.
Pretty shit. You guys got 8 bill?
What are we working on here, team?
Choosing our clients.
So this is where the YouTube channel meets the business. Every video that we post brings in dozens and dozens of leads for Morningside AI consulting and or development. And right here, it's the team's job to find the needles in the haystack.
We've got 700 leads just in this database. And
Morningside leads, yeah.
Morningside leads. We're trying to figure out who we want to chat to. We've got a call with a company that we just looked up. They won't show the name, but is doing $8 billion in annual revenue. They do fridges and dishwashers and all sorts of homeware. So we've got a call with them tomorrow morning.
That's what you like to see.
That is what you like to see.
This is Josh, business partner Josh Brown. Anything to say for yourself?
Not really, no.
It's kind of hard to overstate just how important Josh is to this whole story. As you may know from my Story video, he was my first real mentor in online business, basically the one who gave me the playbook that led to my first success. And when AI exploded, I went deep down the rabbit hole on it. I started my YouTube channel, and when things started taking off, I knew I needed help to take Morningside AI from being me and an Upwork developer into a real agency. So Josh and I joined forces, and the rest is history. And although in a lot of ways we are complete opposites, our partnership works because we're a perfect balance. I'm the one who's obsessed with learning and seeing patterns, so I come up with tons and tons of new ideas constantly. And Josh is the one who can get us to sort the good ideas from the bad and build the operational engine that turns them into real companies. Okay, now they might know not this one. Oh yeah. How's it going? Ava who?
Going well. Ava from Slovenia.
True. And what do you do for us?
I'm working in consulting together with Nick. We're just wrapping up one project with a client from New Zealand. We recommended 12 different opportunities. We broke those down. So we're just waiting for another call with them to deliver the final report. And now we just started working with a home care company from Australia. And so we're going to have probably like 31 interviews within the next 2 weeks. So we're just going to be doing like discovery interviews to really assess the current state. And then based on that, we're going to recommend different AI opportunities.
X Big 4.
X Big 4. Now she's in the big one. Now she's in the big one.
1 billion, we're coming for you.
1B. Bro, what is that? That is a buzzy ass bug. So that's Josh, business partner, and Ava, one of our consultants. We have over here Maddie. All right, how's it, Matt?
Good.
Nice. I'm up. My assistant, also my younger brother, and Josh's assistant, Maddie, and the goat. Sup, Sean? This is Sean, the guy who's usually behind the camera. We went to school together, and we've been friends since we were like 14. Before coming to work with us at Morningside, he'd just spent years studying architecture, only to realize at the very end that it wasn't the right path for him. So when I decided to start the YouTube channel, he was at a crossroads, working in a scaffolding factory while trying to figure out his next move. I gave him 1 week to drop everything in New Zealand and move to Dubai, and he did. We started the main channel together at 0 subscribers in January of 2023, and he was the one who helped me build the channel and the content team to what it is today. And now it kind of feels like we've come full circle again. He's working with me to build this second channel right from the beginning, all over again. Sean, what are you working on?
Just shot this sick ass clip from the pool, and then I thought it'd be sick for a title card, and then I just chucked this here.
Oh, this guy's the one cooking these vlogs. We have Chef Pete. How's it going? Excellent food all the way from New Zealand. Chef P also keeping us well fed. Mr. Rocker. What's up, dog?
I'm Nick Rocco.
Where are you from?
I'm from California. I lead our consulting practice.
Nick is the perfect example of the Morningside ecosystem in action. He didn't just join our team directly, he actually came up through my AAA Accelerator program, built his own successful AI agency, and was so good that we hired him to run our AI consulting practice.
Basically, we help companies figure out how they get started with AI. A lot of people have like a lot of ideas about where to start, but they don't really know how. And it's really hard to figure out how unless you have someone who comes in and knows AI and knows the business business really well. So I started my career in consulting actually with Big Four, Deloitte out of school. So I have a consulting background. That's kind of like where I grew up, and then I started working at tech companies doing in-house strategy. So I was basically doing consulting, but in-house for tech companies. And then I was doing my own AI development also. So it's kind of like the consulting stuff and the AI stuff, kind of merging it, and that's exactly how we work with them.
All right. Good zero. See you soon.
Incentives now.
Hola.
Hola. And Tara.
And what do you do?
That's a great question.
What? No. What? No.
What is my role?
What don't you do? Tara's journey to joining Morningside is a story in itself. We actually found her through my free school community, where she stood out as by far one of the top community contributors.
Posted like a post on school, wanting to meet in Amsterdam, and then connected with Casey, and he saw my experience because I've been in the AI field for like 7-8 years now. And he was like, hey, we actually need more development coaches. Do you want to join us?
And one thing led to another, and then she joined us as a development coach at my accelerator. Now she's worked her way up the ladder, and she's one of 2 managing directors of Morningside Education, but she also has a superpower for finding talent. In fact, she was the first one who connected in person with Nick in Bali. And when she found out that he also had a background at Deloitte and was deep in the AI space, she knew she'd found the perfect person to help us build our new consulting division. What you're saying is you're the most educated one here.
I don't know about
I just finished high school, man.
Yeah, high school. No, Nick, you're probably educated, right? Just college. Okay. And Ava's got college as well?
Ava's got masters from Amsterdam. Yeah.
Fucking hell. We're the dumb ones, man. But this is good just to see that the sort of duality of the company, where like we have Tara who's bridging both sides. Casey's also managing director of the Accelerator in the education business. So we have sort of this stuff going on at the same time as we have the consultancy and Morningside AI stuff in there as well. So Casey, do you want to give us a little intro?
Casey, managing director of the Accelerator, but I know I was cooking up. I've done a whole entire restructure of the program at the moment. Done a whole revamp, huge hiring round, and now we're just. I mean, again, we're really just trying to make this the best product we can.
How did you get here?
High school. Not as seasoned as these guys. Yeah, it's impressive. I know. I've known Liam for the past 10, 11 years now. So I went to school with Liam at Dilworth. One day, I was just working my normal day job. I think I was landscaping at the time, and Liam was overseas and was like, okay, sweet, come run this up with me. Sold everything, and then we connected in Spain.
We spent that time navigating the height of COVID with pretty much no money, literally living out of backpacks. He bet on me and the vision back when there was almost nothing to show for it. So when AI came along and things started to take off, there was no one else I trusted more to help run our education business as a managing director. Rest is history.
Rest is history, man. No qualifications, no.
Yep, Casey's just put in the work. So I will let you guys get back to it.
Thanks.
Okay, well, that's been an intro of most of the team. Morningside Consultancy Development. Obviously, we don't have our developers here. They're both remote and back in New Zealand, so it's not much point in having them at the strategy. This is more of like a strategy sort of retreat, getting very clear, as you're going to see a bit later, on the vision for the Morningside Group and everything we're trying to do. How we play our moves over the next 12 months. I mean, it's kind of working back from this $1 billion goal that we have within the next 5 to 10, and working back from there to figure out what's the next 12 months. And really ensuring that we're not doing too much. That's the biggest risk for us right now, is to do too much. And so it's trimming down to what's really important over the next 6, so that we don't we're looking at another potentially a whole new product, putting that on our plate. But I think we need to rethink that and be a bit more careful about the bets we're making here. So yeah, I'll catch you in a bit. Right, it's what's time? 7 p.m. or something?
6:58 p.m.
Yeah. It's 7 p.m. So Nick's just got here, and the whole team's here now. So we're gonna go down to a bit of social paddle. Gonna show them who's boss, basically. And yeah, we've got a few vehicles, and the boys have already left off. So I will catch them down there.
Real
lovers? How many of us? How many jealous? Real friends, there's not many of us. We smile at each other, but how many honest? Trust issues, switch up the number. I can't be bothered.
Oh, sweet. Excelente. I gotta remember the rules now.
Is it that one? Or just, that's this one.
Yep, you'll have to be in to start off, at least. Gotta be like your serve, and then my serve, and his serve.
Go. Look how I'm reaching my goals. With it. This head came right off the stove. Trumps, Elysee. She wanna shop for some clothes. I told her, baby, you know what it is. I might have put you in vogue.
Too long for this shit, bro.
Guess we're both sponsored by Weekbix.
It's that lifestyle, you got a call now. Just a little call in between games.
We're both sponsored by Weekbix, clearly.
Sanitarium. Way too many Weet-Bix. Okay, so for anyone who's grown up outside of New Zealand, Weet-Bix is a classic breakfast cereal that every kid grows up with. The ads always say that they'll make you big and strong like the All Blacks, and there's a running joke that the more you have, the stronger you are. So when one of the boys absolutely overcooks a shot and sends the ball flying, we say that they've had too much Weet-Bix. It's just a classic way to clown your mates for being too overboard. The AI Mafia guys, I gotta be tuning in. It's our weekly call. They're all like either from my accelerator or doing content and also run an agency of some sort. So it's like AI content creators who also do agency content. Yeah. So I made this group about a year ago and there's now like 25 people in it. Running a game. This group is a very special group of guys that I put together in early 2024. It's called the AI Mafia because I'm a big student of history and I've always been fascinated by the way that the group of people who built and eventually sold PayPal have gone on to start some of the world's biggest companies, and therefore they've been dubbed as the PayPal Mafia. And the idea for this group was to get all of the top AI automation agency content creators on YouTube and put them all in a group together and host weekly calls to get to know each other and do in-person trips, which we've done a number of, so collectively we can pool our audience and run the space. And like the PayPal Mafia, go on to do huge things. The Mafia basically includes anyone who matters in the AI automation space. You've got guys like Nate Herc, you have Giannis Moore, you have Jack Roberts, you have Mark Kashif, you have Nick Sarayev, and many others.
See, that's so fun. It's good though. We gotta play that one. That gets heated. That's like thing that we're not doing is like moving. Like if it's coming up and I'm coming from that side to slam here, he's gonna stay back and like covering and then coming up together and staying together makes such a difference.
Well, these dudes just hang out in the danger zone.
Yeah. Well, sir, if I hit you a tough shot and you've got to like go back and kind of lob it up, or you're like deep, you can't really hit a powerful one. So I should be up because all you can do is pretty much hit it to me here. And then if we're together, we can both reach anything and you just put them away. And then as soon as they get it, you give them an easy shot back. You got to drop because then they've got an attacking shot. Just figuring out if you're attacking or defending, basically, you come up, push back.
Yo, Wagwan fam. Can't get wet, bruv.
Sick, like when I was sick, getting dressed for battle, I was like, it's feeling a bit weird.
quite a deep pool. The shallow end, eh?
No, it like stays, like I get down to like there at the end. It's like one.
Oh, it's just flat.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Gone out to look up, don't wanna pick up. Smoke the OZ, fucked around and never told me. Triple double like I'm Kobe, put up numbers like Ginobili, so there's no one coming close.
Like the way I see AI is going to vet content is you're going to have these like what happens to information value channel talking head kind of things when you don't have to like record and something. Like the value all goes to the scripting part of it. The best chance for us there is to just go pure volume and try to grow the channel as fast as possible and use AI heavily that, because it's not going to harm us. It's like just going to help us scale up content production even faster. And the sooner we do that, the more advantage we get, because everyone's going to do it eventually.
Yeah.
So we split that into like these big, long videos that are AI skills based or business guide based, and then the other route is to the very personal side, because otherwise I have to like the credibility content that we need to put out on YouTube, like showing you guys and interviews of you and all the stuff that we're doing. If I start putting that on the main channel, it's a different kind of audience, and so that's why I need to like pull it away so it doesn't fuck up the main channel. We still need to do it, and we need to do a lot more of it. This is basically like what do we want to keep in the videos to a certain degree, which is like our Kiwiness and stuff. We're known as like the Kiwi.
Yeah, I think that's big. I feel
but it's not.
unique.
But you don't want to put it in the title.
That's what it would like. It's not.
Yeah. I think the key point of differentiation for us is that nature, chill, like lay back feel when everyone else is trying to do Lambos and just.
Yeah. I don't think that by having New Zealand in the title, it's all about anything you add into a title. It's either narrowing the potential audience or expanding it. Any questions?
Nah. I reckon we just play in the video now.
I think this is a particularly tricky one because we have normal one of these would just be what do we do in the 2 weeks, film it all, get in any of the good bits, and then we're sweet. But here we have to do that while also setting the stage for like first time viewers who are starting the channel at that point.
Yeah, I just think we need to like really figure out how to tell the Morningside portion of it. Like there's a lot to cover there.
But the way we did it in Cape Town is like it just cut into you on a call, and it's like doing the captions, and then like you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the issue was people didn't.
But yeah, it didn't have the context on it.
Yeah. Other realization there, Liam, is that we're in this weird part where we're finding out that it's coming to us asking for actual software development. A lot of these companies are asking for software development even outside of AI. Mm-hmm. And the interesting thing we're starting to see is people are coming to the AI agencies and asking for software development as opposed to going to software development companies and asking for AI. And they want an all-in-one solution. We got to start adding in predictions, bro. Yeah. You've got to start adding like what I think is going to happen in the next 5 years into this stuff.
When we can reverse. That's what we said earlier, right?
Because I put on Twitter, they have like
credibility.
All right. What do you think, Sean?
What are you talking about mixing them in the video?
Right now we're thinking of making like a fun video with value in it. Like a value video with some fun in it. You know what I mean? Two very different.
Yeah, it's like if you're gonna use the like $1 billion bet like title, I guess they come because they expect the value, and we keep them in with the entertainment.
Fuck, that's a good point, Budgie.
You should make videos.
Value over entertainment.
It's not even entertainment anymore.
Fuck, it's pretty entertaining, G. You want to give me a bit of value, G?
And the edutainment split, we had education and entertainment, and the education being not necessarily all this stuff that we thought. Why don't we say fuck it and we make this shit like a movie, like 60 minutes. I've never seen any content like this on YouTube before.
I've been trained by experts in personal training and nutrition, allowing you to personalize everything for your growth. That means I can adjust your workouts daily, mix up your meal plan with endless variety, and even provide grocery lists and recipes to keep things fresh and enjoyable.
Yeah. Let's just include this video.
If we include that, that'd be awesome. I think they'll like that. Okay, so you're about to see our Morningside AI consulting team in action. To give you a quick sense of the kind of work we do and how we got here, let's take a quick look at our journey so far. So Morningside AI started out originally as an AI development studio dealing mainly with smaller projects, like chatbots and automations for small businesses. But thanks to the growth of my YouTube, we scaled quickly. Morningside AI started in March of 2023 with basic AI development, we pioneered the use of no-code platforms for delivering projects, but by October 2023, we had landed a major AI SaaS project. In September of 2024, we secured a huge project with an MBA team, which marked a significant milestone in our growth as an agency. And seeing a new opportunity emerging, we decided to kickstart our AI consulting division by investing $30,000 in October of 2024 to do a project for a large steel company in New Zealand for free. This free 9-week AI audit gave us the experience and confidence that led to our first paid consulting gig. And we quickly followed up by landing our second paid gig. These projects have paved the way for our current focus, which is long-term AI transformation partnerships with some of the world's biggest brands, taking them from square one in their AI journey through education, use case identification, development, and beyond. And the discussion you're about to see is a perfect example of our use case identification as part of our AI consulting service at work. Josh is reviewing Nick and Ava's work on a new client, talking about what we've learned on all of our past projects and using this to help shape the final strategy we recommend to our client.
Hey, my name is Sophie.
And then I've also got, you can send a photo of like, through the chatbot, you can take a photo of your food and then it tracks all the calories and that sort of stuff, right?
Okay, like
so
FitnessPal.
Yeah, like FitnessPal, right? So I think like tying almost that into is like you can start to form these like customized interactions.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be level.
I mean, they're just so far away.
This is going to be level 10 for them.
Yeah.
But hey, at least they've got it.
This is the point. This was the point of this. Yep. Like, we always knew they were going to be super far away.
I think maybe the story here can still be that you need to start with an MVP, like just like we were doing before with the chatbot. Like, yeah, you need to start with like the most basic functionalities and like keep developing it, and then like maybe end state would be the avatar.
We see far too many. You can probably give like a bit of a sentence, and like we see far too many SaaS companies making assumptions and putting in features that have not yet been proven, but have not yet got data to back them up by the customer base. Our suggestion is that you start with an MVP, a small little fucking seed, it's like plant a little seed, watch what the response is like, get the data first to validate that this is actually the right direction to take, and then start to amplify and then start to expand out from there. And so how we suggest you guys doing it is, first of all, inside of the application, do the same thing the Bucks did. Have a little chatbot on the side. You should be able to go onto there, you should be able to ask, hey, how many hours have I spent using this? Then you start to look at, okay, did we bring this out of just being a small little button on the side that you click on and it pops up to actually being a centerpiece of the application?
Yeah. Are the Bucks doing that? Measuring?
They're starting to, they're measuring heavily. So we've built out like a whole dashboard, and then maybe you put in this as well, I can send you a screenshot. We built a whole dashboard for them to be able to analyze our responses. Yeah, like gamification inside of the chatbot is another portion to it. We've done that inside of the Bucks, right? It's like if you track your food for 7 days, you get a message saying congratulations. If you haven't tracked for 10 days, you essentially get a push notification saying, hey, you should be tracking. Let me just ask Jimmy for this.
So you're basically AI dev team as a service.
Partner. Like
Yeah.
Right, because we're going on, we're consulting them on, hey, we think voice could potentially be the go. I tell them that whole story of, hey, this is where I think it's going. They're like, fantastic. Then we have the development portion of it. And then you've got to keep in mind, like, what would happen if we're doing the software development for it as well, if we're doing the app development? That would be another $500,000 to $1 million every 6 months.
We're good, right?
I think we're good. I think let's make the first draft and then we can just review it tomorrow or maybe even today. Let's see.
Yeah, they're so far behind.
They don't. The customer doesn't receive any instructional material.
No, they only receive you've placed an order email. That's it. No further communication. So now we're like, okay, you have these like 4 emails that you can send that will be sent out automatically. You can check them here, email sequence examples, and like we even like wrote the emails for them. If you click here, click down.
Right.
There's like an example.
Take an extra step. Take an extra step.
This is good. This is fucking good.
Yeah.
Have you been through any of this with them?
A little bit high level, but we haven't gone to this level. Which is this is why we need this.
They're gonna fuck with this. This is good.
And then like look, we have all of this like Figma map, and it's like customer experience, backend operations. She even has like post-purchase communication. She has all of the emails, all of the WhatsApp flows. I even created this because like you don't get anything in the box.
You created this for them.
Yeah, this is just ChatGPT.
Yeah. That's good, Ava. Yeah. We got to do this would be really good for video as well, is like we should sit down one night, stomach and shit, and just bring this on the TV and just show what we've done. Because I still don't know exactly, and I think Liam, this would help him a lot for content to really understand how much you guys have put into this. Yeah, sweet. This is fucking sweet.
These are just like examples.
I can't believe that this is the shit we're doing.
So what we've got here is our second client for Morningside Consultant that we started working with 6 weeks ago. It's, I guess, our first like proper one. The first one we did was a 8 or 9 week trial run, and so this is our first proper one. It's been a little bit different as we were just talking about. It's at a very early stage coming. These guys have just raised, how many rounds have they raised? Just one? I think 1 or 2 rounds. That 2 rounds. So they're very, very early on in the journey, probably a little bit earlier than we thought they would be when we first signed with them. And so we've had to step outside of even just doing pure AI stuff into like full operation workflows and automations, which is interesting because I think that also opens up the discussion of like, are we more than just an AI development company and providing insights on only AI solutions? Can we start to sit into operation and workflows and go a bit broader? But all in all, I think we've done fantastic job. So we're just going over right now. We did a workshop with those last week, pretty much discussing how they can put AI sort of forefront of their user interface. And now we're just writing up a report to be able to give to them, and then also just looking over the final report that we can put to them next week. So wrap up that one, and then straight into another one. So I think we've got 5 proposals easily. Yeah, we've got out at the moment. We've got quite a few proposals, and we're already at about 100% increase on budget for this 4 weeks. Yeah, and so shout out to Nick and Will.
Record audio, that's it.
What do you think they're gonna do?
What's crazy?
Like, our kids are just gonna be like, no, I don't have to write anything. All I have to do is talk to my AI dad.
It's my AI
I'll be like,
brother.
did you do your homework? You'll be like, yeah, my AI did it. It's already done.
Mom.
It's already done, Mom.
My online brain.
It's already done, Mom, and I already got it checked by AI dad.
Hey, long roads, you could tumble down this black hole. Stuck in Sunday league, but I'm on levels with Ronaldo. A legend in the making. As a kid, I dreamed I'm Al Capone. We fill cracks of broken homes with broken dreams and broken bones. If walls should scream, ears would bleed. You gotta keep them clean, could say it's dread, but I guess it's just what made me. Hug the world with open arms, and they treat me like a pest. All the scars that I possess, you're gonna do me like this.
Fuck, that shot was too hard.
Was it good?
Yo.
Ooh, this is a nice spot.
What's up, G?
Buenos dias.
What are you up to today?
Adam's Mastermind. Speaking there in like an hour. I don't really do speaking things, so I'm still kind of figuring out my presentation. I don't know how long it is, I haven't tested it, but this is doing it last minute style as a mindful. So I'm just going to double check this now. And Tara's good on the slides, so I can check if she gives a stamp of approval. But we're going to Adam's Mastermind. I'll speak there for 30 minutes and do some question and answers, and had our little like event thing, like pre-dinner thing last night for it. There's about 5 accelerator members there as well, so it's cool to hang out with them. We were like doing shots and stuff last night. So I'm not sure about the title. Because I did it with Poppy, it's kind of like pushed for my like personal brand stuff, like sculpting.
Yeah. Who's the audience? Is it just like entrepreneurs?
It's the like ecom agency 10 to 20k guys.
Yeah.
A month we're just like kind of finding their feet, and there's the more established entrepreneurs 100k plus a month with more established businesses. So I've tried to split it into 2 halves.
Yeah.
We've got like intro to me, Adam the Flatmate, some of us hanging out in Dubai. So Morningside Group, the AI, like Poppy did this, called this the lab, this the multiplier, and this the enabler. I thought that was kind of cool. But bam, Morningside vision, fix how big we are. Morningside, average consulting deal around 50k, developments projects are 100k or more.
Yeah.
Morningside education, so we've got the next wave of AI leaders.
Just click on this and then you do.
I just do all of these and I'm going this. Yeah.
What's going on?
We tracking.
4
Well,
No one cares I'm speaking today, Tara.
I care. Yeah, my
Yeah, you're the only one supporting her, bro.
Oh, fuck.
No. Yeah. You go back to sleep, you. I'll just go get this bread and you guys just keep sleeping in. Okay, alright, let's bounce.
My hand's always open. For real. Hey, 33 years I gave that to the game. 33 mil, I say that for the rain. 500 weeks, I feel the charts with my pain. 500 mil and I fall back in the 6. Finally give you niggas the space you need to exist. Michael Jackson shit, but the palace is not for kids. Still
I'm always feeling good.
Man's not Rob Lipset.
What's going on?
What's
up, brother?
Oh,
hosting the event. Thank you for Rob and Adam for having me.
Bro, so I have so much respect for Liam because he's a YouTuber true and true. And no matter what business you start, YouTube's the hardest.
Yeah.
YouTube's the hardest thing in the world.
Everyone tries to get into it and then they give up after a few months.
Yeah, they do. And now I'm no longer the biggest YouTuber here. Yeah, so I'm like, I don't know how to feel about this.
Nah, man, if he walked anywhere in Ireland, everyone would recognize me everywhere. I had to get recognized occasionally. So.
I built that personal brand up. But here, I'm so excited for your talk. You know, like I think me and Adam are like fighting over who to interview you. But I'm so grateful you're here and thank you so much.
Worries, mate.
That would be a good night last night.
Yeah. Any better tonight.
Yeah, he's buzzing. Let's kill it today, boys.
Accelerate him.
Hi, Tara. Nice to meet you.
And Sean's content.
Hi.
Hey, how's it?
Nice to meet you guys here.
Yeah. What's your name?
I'm Gabriela.
How?
Gabriela.
Gabriela. Ah, okay, nice. How long have you been in the accelerator?
2 months now.
Okay, cool.
I'm being vague on purpose. Subtle.
Yeah. That's the way every day goes. Every time we no control.
Nice spot. Real good venue.
What are you up to now?
I'm going to practice just going through what I'm going to talk about in each slide, roughly, and just make sure that's locked in because I don't want to ramble. Bro's a bit of a rambler. And so I also don't want to mumble or ramble or, Thing is, I'm not getting paid to here to speak. I'm not here to sell anything, so I'm not really worried at all. I think it shows how far I've come in my self-confidence that I don't feel like I have something to prove anymore, you know? And I think my whole life I kind of did. And now I can walk into a room like this filled with other successful entrepreneurs and younger guys and less successful or sort of earlier stage entrepreneurs for me and hold my own and not really be worried about it. So I'm pretty happy with that overall. So yeah.
We got some elite people in this room. It's so rare. Look at the villa. Look at everything. Look at the people around you. And seriously, take a moment to just say thank you. Say thank you to God. Say thank you to the universe. Say thank you that I'm in such a position to kill it over the next couple of weeks. Listen to every single thing that every single person says today. And remember, you are already so far ahead of the game. So can I hear some energy, please? Let's go.
Guys, who here is using AI in their business? Put your hands up. AI? Liam is ahead of anybody who I've ever crossed paths with in the AI world. He is an absolute expert in his field, and he's pivoted years ago, very, very early when AI first came on the mainstream.
Liam's YouTube channel, in my opinion, is the best channel on AI that I've ever seen. Like, honestly, this guy can create content for days and keep you captivated. So not only is he an AI wizard, but he's built a massive personal brand around it as well, and he really walks the walk. So let's hear it up for Liam.
what I've tried to do is give you a practical guide to surviving the AI revolution as an entrepreneur. Each of you are at a crossroads right now, and it's probably going to determine the future of your life and your businesses. So it's very important that you listen in. In late 2022, I was probably in the position of many of you guys in here. I was a semi-successful young entrepreneur, right? Like, I had some e-commerce success, I'd made some money there, I'd made enough money to move to Dubai, I got my whole materialistic setup there, I had my car, thought I was cool, I got out and lived the laptop lifestyle and all that sort of stuff. But there was still something missing, and I wanted more out of my life. I didn't have any formal AI qualifications. I dropped out of university, but I was self-taught, I was very curious about it, and I was very action-oriented as well. You have two options. Either you choose to actively sculpt your future with AI, or risk being shaped by it. So if you establish businesses, you've got a few problems, right? So your challenge here is that you have the weight of existing success slowing you down. Your assets and the things that make your business so strong now are actually liabilities for you in this transition. And the one thing I want to leave you there for you guys is that a quote that I always think about, and it really sums us up. It's not about how hard you row, it's about what boat you're in. And so all of you are rowing so fucking hard, grinding every bloody day and seeming like nothing's really moving. But that's because you're in a different boat, right? If you can shift into a different boat, you can row a lot less and you can get much further. Don't buy my program, don't do any of that. Just fucking do something on this because you have to. And all of you young guys sitting in here, this is our play. We were too late to catch this the SMMA thing when it first started. We're not too late to catch this. So, yeah, thank you.
Right, there's some crispy shots here.
Hey mate.
Hi.
Sean.
Sean.
Yeah, Sean. Good to meet you. What's your name?
Alberto.
Alberto. Hola.
Hola. All right, so we're here on Sunday. Had a great day yesterday, and now we're having another one. So we're on a boat. If you can tell.
You sound more excited, G.
This is how I'm feeling, bro. It's authentic content, bro. So we're out here for a beautiful day on this Sunday on the boat, having some food and just generally relaxing and bonding as a team. We perhaps will do some swimming potentially, but mainly it's about enjoying the time together and the beautiful weather in this part of the world.
Thrill of it, always pushing up the hill, searching for the thrill of it. All along, we are calling out now together, never looking down. I'm just an aura of what's in front of me. All along, we are. All along, we are. All along, we are calling out now together. We are always running for the thrill of it, thrill of it. Always pushing up the hill, searching for the thrill of it.
So today we're heading over to the villa with the team, and we're going to be doing a few brainstorming sessions. We have location, like what we're doing as a company location-wise, because that's causing a little bit of friction at the moment. Where we're going to be based, what sort of travel are we doing, who's allowed to travel, where you're allowed to travel, when you're allowed to travel, who's going remote, who's not. So we've tried the office thing for almost a year now. It will be a year soon. 8 months, and not super happy with the office kind of the culture that comes from it. It feels like we've lost a bit of the spark that made us so successful as a group. So we're talking about, okay, what do we do with the office? Do we transition to a more casual kind of office in New Zealand somewhere? What do we do? We love being here, so do we incorporate this a bit more? So that's one of the discussions we need to have. I'm going to show a bit of behind the scenes of some of the things that the consulting team are working on as well. Could be some updates there. Yeah. But I feel like it's going to get to a point where we can be like quite vulnerable on these vlogs almost, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I can talk about like, and I can talk about, because this past few weeks, month has been like tough for me and like everyone, you know? Actually, you kind of wonder, like, is this that relatable? You know what I mean? If I talk about this, people are gonna be like, oh man, like, thank you so much for bringing this up. I like totally get it. Or is it like not relatable problems that I'm having? You know?
No, I get what you mean.
You know? It's like, does anyone give a fuck? Oh man, like, shit's going so good for me that like, I can't like, is that really like
show emotion?
No, or like, shit's going so well for me that like now I have all these problems that I'm trying to deal with.
Oh yeah.
From it going too good. You know what I mean?
More money, more problems.
More money, more problems. Bring on the problems. They say more money, more problems.
Wish that would have been a hard like transition, eh?
Bring on the motherfucking problems, ayy. Braid it up in my Suizo. Hit them, then I get amnesia. Life ain't getting any easier. Flacosita. I know that I'm not in love. She don't love me either. It's just hard to find a love that she keep on getting.
My socks. I left for socks here, I only got a couple.
I've got 0 socks now.
I stole some of your undies yesterday as well, my bad. I was out, but I was in the dryer and I didn't have nothing. I had zero.
Oh, fuck.
I'll wash it for you.
Nah, I need to get more socks and underwear anyway, so.
Yeah, I've been running, I don't think I've bought socks and undies for like a year. I just be like rotate, like, just like random mix of like.
Socks you gotta buy on like.
You get nice fresh packs, but bro, I haven't bought a fresh pack and.
But what are we trying to land on right now? What are we trying to decide?
Really, we've got a lease ending in the end of August.
Okay.
Office.
We initially had the idea of, hey, we're going to try and get as much talent in New Zealand as possible. We're trying to get everyone to come down here. We're going to base ourselves down here, and we're going to run everything through here.
And then we encountered
obviously all those residency issues fuck all talent.
The biggest issue that I see in New Zealand is just alignment of time zones. Having to like either wake up really super early or go to bed really late to be able to like just align.
Sounds like an issue, not an issue.
It's definitely an issue.
I mean, a part of me thinks that it will work if you just essentially say, hey, Coal Company's remote. There's an HQ in New Zealand, which is just a fuck, and I said it to you, it's like instead of getting an office, you just get a house. Right, and so just get a house with 5 bedrooms, we kit that out.
The house has room for if people do need to come and stay.
Exactly.
There will be extra rooms in that house.
And I'm all for like, Nick comes out to New Zealand for fucking 2 weeks. And stays at the house and suite. I think it should be, you have these quarterly retreats for the whole business, and everyone else can do what the fuck they want. If you want to go to Spain for 2 months, go to Spain for 2 months. I think as long as it's communicated at least between us, then it's fine.
I think having these, purely from a content standpoint, having these once a quarter is good because that gives us a video every 3 months. That's fucking great way to subsidize the cost a bit as well.
I mean, how does this feel to you guys?
I think the biggest thing that I need a place that I can get out of home, that I can go be creative, that we're working together. The home achieves that. I don't want to have to be at any place at any fucking time. That's it.
I think we need to put more effort into like cultivating team culture, because we can always say, oh yeah, we're gonna do a retreat, but we need to actually do a retreat.
Alright. I fuck with this. Alright, so what changes?
We get a house.
I think when we get back, we find a house and we just make that transition as quickly as possible. Look at this shit. The morning sound house.
On morning
and then just convert all the bedrooms apart from one into a fucking office. It's got 5 bedrooms. Alright. Where are you gonna start?
What are we doing? $1 billion.
Billion by 2030. What, can I ask what are we trying to land on in this?
I think it's starting to craft out what the plan is. At least I see it. A very 40,000 foot view of those 5 years. If we're making any bet, that's pretty much that distribution is more valuable than capital, right? Like that is the entire bet that we're making on everything. The more eyeballs that we can get, the more attention that we can get, that is our biggest strategic pillar over pretty much anything. And what things can we pour it out into? right? You've got SaaS. You've got, I mean, you could heavily push obviously like Morningside AI and consultancy of more client projects. You've got these interesting plays like private equity, right? Which is like pouring these resources into this, but it also plays into the credibility aspect. And so now you've got a flywheel effect going, and those are the ones that I really love. Because then essentially you've got this bucket, you're taking capital and you're pouring it into investment. Liam Motley goes and buys a fucking accounting firm. Accounting firm essentially, you know, do whatever operationally to that and cut costs and then exit for it. But you also, you know, make money on that, you share it, you refill the bucket, and then you go again and it just compounds.
I see it like this, Josh, but in this form. I think it's basically the same thing. Everything starts with development and consulting. This is where all the insights and the learning come in. We have to be doing this or else none of this other stuff is gonna work. And we're doing this today, right? This is probably this timeline. We're just getting really fucking good at this. We're refining the methodology. We're building all the Notion dashboards. We're templatizing the fuck out of it. And we're just getting some really good stories under our belt. I can tell you that 5 months ago when we started this thing, we know a hell of a lot more than when we did 5 months ago. But we're not gonna make money off this. We have to find some way to essentially productize all the stuff that we've learned here so that we can turn it into this monetization engine that's gonna get us to the billion. Then I think there's this step, which is the refilling of the bucket, which is just a publishing function where we just need to continue telling all of these stories, even what we're learning in the SaaS side too, like as we launch it, more features, things like that. All of those things need to tell those stories here because that's what's gonna bring more people in here to say, oh, I want that too.
I think if we use the distribution advantage plus a actual product and consulting and like methodology advantage in a productized service like that, attached to software. If we were to package that and I don't know if you like give it away or like even low cost, try to just get as many businesses started selling those same kind of services to put, you know what I mean? I don't like how many moving pieces there are in that.
I wouldn't create a AI OS just to fuel acquisition on SaaS.
No, but we're also going to fuel a whole lot of money into that.
Well, that's the other question. Do we need more? You don't need more money. Like, I think with this, one thing we've got to be very careful about, if we are to go with, hey, we're just going to shoot for a big SaaS idea, holy fuck, we've got to be so calculated, man.
We want to make $1 billion, Tara, so we're just looking back to you at the moment.
All right.
I think the first thing to get clear on is like, we've got to know what we say no to, because there's going to be 101 popping up, and that's my concern. It's like, we're going to just chase 10 rabbits. And then the second thing is like, we've got to be really careful not to get distracted and ruin the centerpiece of all of this, which is distribution, which is content.
I feel like that.
I don't know.
Invest in legacy.
Yeah, it's like, what industry would you actually be interested in buying? Like, I just keep thinking like, if we bought like a home services cleaning company, we're gonna AI this thing.
Unless there's like 5 to 10 case studies of these home improvement businesses that have been absolutely transformed with AI and suddenly the margins went pop.
The only thing that it does is a positive effect on your YouTube channel. The credibility on that is astronomically high.
The dopest thing you could do is have like the fucking small business hub, you know what I mean? Like that thing that all the businesses are, like a dope ass software that we're all in on. I don't know whether it's just like we're getting complacent and like thinking grass is greener, but the whole like all in on a SaaS thing.
I think that's the other play. It's just like there's always going to be a million fucking things we can make money off of. If we're going to jump at every little bit of money that pops up, like, ooh, we're fucked. We're going for $1 billion, not a couple of fucking million a month on a fucking AI OS.
AI OS is a concept for an AI operating system, which is a do-it-yourself AI education and consulting offer we've been building at Morningside on and off since late 2024. It's basically our way of trying to take all the learnings from how we do AI education and consulting for our larger clients and making it affordable and nicely packaged and accessible to small businesses to do it themselves.
For what? So that we get a bit more capital? We can call up investors tomorrow and get more capital. We can call up the banks. That's why we've been so conservative. Or we can scale the accelerator. Why go and... I just don't... There's no benefit for me.
The market and potential for this is huge, but it would be a lot of work, like starting and running a second version of our AAA Accelerator business, but aimed at businesses this time.
So you would want to build SaaS then exit it?
100%.
Yeah,
We've always said if we could create the business model, educate people on it, and then sell the tools that they use, then it's job fucking done.
So yep, gone.
Nah, go.
So we give you Tara 6 months of work.
So here's the brutal but necessary part of building a business. So Tara here has spent the last 9 months planning, building, and even running a full free beta test for AIOS with 5 small business clients of ours. And this is the moment that we decided as a team to kill it completely. And the reason that we can all laugh about it is because in a company like this, you have to be ruthless with your ideas, but not with your people. And we realized that to hit our $1 billion goal, we needed to focus our fire on one single target and not scatter our shots.
You really want to run another fucking accelerator.
No, that's what I was thinking about. It's like, that's what I was saying.
It's gonna pay off for you, Tara, don't worry.
So many calls, man. So many calls.
No.
It didn't go to waste, though. Definitely did not go to waste.
It's a tough call, but hopefully the right one.
Yeah, because we've got all these.
Sometimes
We've got.
you pour your soul into a business. I mean, it's a pretty good scenario considering our worst thing that we have to cut off would do $1 million a month at probably 70% profit. So, the thing I'm worried about is that SaaS. We got getting 1.5 years into it or something and being like, fuck, we made the wrong bet here, bro. Would be the most painful. Yeah, it's like that is a big bet, man.
That's what keeps
you're saying goodbye to millions of dollars.
In this video, I'm going to talk to you about why starting a software company is a terrible idea.
Okay. So then the next 6 months basically looks like
Getting Morningside AI really well put together, and like the credibility aspect of that is really important. And
so a
the
lot of
content
like marketing,
pumping that.
the storytelling, building up the development team, doing the research on the SaaS, and also optimizing Accelerator.
Yeah, I think tomorrow what we do or even maybe is we lay out like what does the next 6 months really look like.
Yeah.
I fucking like it, bro.
Well, I'm gonna have a bit more time since now my AIOS has been flushed down the toilet, so.
It hurts me too.
I just think so much plays in our advantage. So much. We've got so many cards stacked in our favor. If we play them right, the payoff is so much more than anyone else. Did I tell you about Nick, the guy that does toys? Who does it?
Oh, where's he from?
New Zealand. Billionaire, they're worth like $7 billion now. For this interview, and they talk about what they're doing now with property, bro. This is real.
You know, as you become more successful, you think, how can I solve bigger problems? The thesis really was, if you look at the construction industry, it's been done the same for hundreds of years. It's also the biggest segment or market in the world, construction property development. The idea was, how do we build the first factory in the world that has a customized input, so the design of a building, and a fully automated output? So how do we build the buildings for a small fraction of the cost of what you build a building for today?
Right. You're going to be able to go onto a platform, design this fucking house, click print, this shit's going to get shipped to the site and fucking a box, and they're going to freaking build it.
Yeah. Just probably
in 2 days.
Bro. Wow. This guy's got fucking. Holy shit. He's next level.
A comment below this video. I just realized I'm not trying hard enough.
When tomorrow though?
When tomorrow?
Yeah.
Right around like the same time, like 2 p.m. Otherwise everyone gets too tired. E.g. Exhibit A.
What you working on, G? What was this whole brainstorming sesh, bro?
Really, we're just trying to figure out what our plan is for really the next 5 years. It's like things are obviously constantly changing. We haven't really talked too much on high level strategy because we've been so in the weeds for like the past 6-7 months. So really just sitting down and reevaluating what our plan is. Yeah, so essentially we've scrapped some of the initiatives, or we're thinking about scrapping some of the initiatives that we've been testing out. And really just deciding, okay, like what do we want to really narrow focus in? Because one thing we've realized is if we chase 5 rabbits, we usually catch none. So really just trying to narrow focus and all get in line on the same bet. And I think we're leaning towards the SaaS play and really doubling down on that. And that's just trying to figure out what else we need to get in order before we can really put 95% of our effort into something like that. So that's really where we're at.
Solid. Feeling confident?
Yeah, no, for sure. Felt a lot cleaner, I think, is the key thing. I think sometimes it's very easy to get very jumbled in your thoughts. You've got 20 things going on at once without a clear end goal, and then I think that's dangerous. And so just being able to all get on the same page and say delete, 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 and really narrow focus on one thing that we're really confident on feels good. So.
Look, there's a fire over there? Or is it just a cloud?
Oh yeah, it's a fire. Well, next step, just come up with $1 billion SaaS idea.
No, damn, you can
Give us a few days.
give it a couple days. Let me just go do it. Sounds pretty crazy, doesn't it? $1 billion SaaS.
Is it raining?
Yeah.
That's been pretty sick, bro. Not gonna lie.
This is a fucking living, man.
Packed your bags, had your heart set to roam. When you left for Georgia, said your friends didn't want you, but I swear I do. Say what we are.
Yes.
What are we going through, Liam?
Well, our lovely team of consultants have to update me on the stuff they've been doing. So I've only seen little bits of the decks and stuff that we sent out to the clients. So I think they've got some Notion stuff to show me, and also some of the other, for your sake as well, to see some of the slide decks that we give to our.
Okay, this is one of our first consulting projects. The client is a sound therapy medical device company based out of New Zealand. It was a 6-week AI strategy project, and this is our final report, which we're calling the AI strategy blueprint, that basically goes over all of the opportunities that we identified and the methodology that we did to get there.
So at the beginning, we look into the high-level process flow, because this was defined by them actually, and then we prioritized the 4 steps for deep dives. And so our main goal here was actually to define the ideal future state and ideal customer journey. And so we mapped essentially everything in the Figma board. We even recorded a little video on how they can navigate it. So this is one of the outputs, is the Figma board, where they can find a map of all of the processes, both from the perspective of the customer journey as well as the backend operations. Each of the processes we were able to identify at least a couple of AI opportunities, and we combined them all into this table. So overall, we found 12 AI opportunities, which we then prioritize, as you can see in this matrix. And our criteria was the business impact and efforts to implement.
There is a bit of finesse and strategy that has to go into how you present and package these opportunities to the client, because we need to make them small enough that they're understandable to the client, but large enough such that we're not just recommending 50 different tiny little automations.
Mm-hmm. And then we essentially created a deep dive for each of the 5 prioritized opportunities. So just an overview of the opportunity, then we look at how the process is running currently, and then how the future process should look like. Then we explain a little bit about the workflow. So we have like 4 email sequences.
This is fucking so dope.
Yeah, right? Oh, and then what we also did is, so this is like how the apps should work together in a sequence, but we also created some examples of email sequences for them. So for example, when they get an order, this is the order confirmation sequence. Then like third email potentially could be success stories. So
you double that price.
Right?
We did actually, we almost did.
So you really try to be like as detailed as possible. We defined which inputs are required for this, which tools they're going to be using, and then we did the implementation blueprint, like essentially step by step where you need to start. We assessed business value, both quantitative and qualitative, and then lastly, like technical requirements, which decisions.
We're still going for the same one.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a leadership workshop, Liam. So this is like,
I mean, this is, I guess.
we're basically putting together an hour, 1.5 hour to 2 hour leadership workshop where we're going to sit down with C-suite, maybe some board members, and maybe some like top, you know, like MDs or directors at these teams. And this is all about how to transform your organization to adopt AI. And the framework around it. So we're calling it the 6 pillars framework. It's got these 6 components. And basically what we do is like we frame it up as like everything that we've heard and done and worked with companies. There's a bunch of different ways that you can think about AI adoption. You can ask a bunch of different people and you get different answers. This is the best way that we like to think about it. And so what we're going to do, Mr. CEO, whoever, is we're going to talk about each one of these. And at the end of each one of them, we're going to have really actionable steps that you can take across all 6 of these pillars to go and start to get AI in your organization.
And so like every single pillar we break down in this sort of way where we have like a couple of key components and then we dive deeper into each component. To make it actionable, we did which activities you need to do across the 6 pillars, across the 6 horizons.
Damn, bloody incredible team. I know how hard it is to make those bloody slides.
This is all of all the opportunities that we're recommending. All in all, 1,500 monthly hours of saved. You know, it's 250 people, you gotta remember, this organization. 1,500 monthly hours, 9.4 full-time employees, and it's like, whatever, annual FTE cost is over 700K. And then what we also did was we said, okay, that 700K is fine, but you're going to use that 1,500 hours every month to go do something. What are you going to actually use it for? So for every single one of those opportunities, we mapped what the uplift would be if they actually used those hours, and that's how we got to the like.
If you could go into a case study on that and even meet 10 million in freaking annual cost save, as well as the additional employee benefits, and implementation costs are at 400, bro. That's where like, and we did that, or the partners did that.
Yeah, that's real.
That's when that's when we start to crunch.
We could walk into anywhere
and be like, return on this was 500K invested for a fucking 9.5 million return.
Just keep it friendly, girl, cause I don't wanna leave. Don't start clinging to me, girl, cause I can't breathe. Baby, baby, don't get hooked on me. Baby, baby, don't get hooked on me. Cause I'll just use you, then I'll set you free. Baby, baby, don't get hooked on me.
So as we wind down to the end of this trip, getting a bit of a reflective mood, because we've come a long way in 2 years, 2 and a bit, this team and this company, and it's kind of hard to both at the same time be grateful and present for it, while also moving the goalposts as soon as you get to them every time. So, I mean, it's like the whole, you've already accomplished things that you said would make you happy, and we've done that like so many times now, and you still find a reason to be sad at times and grumpy and miserable. Personally, I'm trying to practice a bit more of like I think, I'm not sure who said it, but it's like overthinking is a disease. And I think overthinking can quite easily ruin at least my peace in this kind of situation we're in. And I've definitely been doing a lot of overthinking recently, so wouldn't recommend it if you're thinking of trying it. But it's been special to spend time with the team. It's been really good, and I think we've hashed out a lot of the most difficult questions that we've had on our minds for the last few months. And I think part of the key to surviving this kind of, surviving is a pretty extreme word, but making it through this stuff is being able to hold multiple different things in your head at once and understand that they may not be resolved now, they may not make sense now, it may not be clear now, but being able to do the work anyway. And I think that's something I still struggle with and I'm still trying to work on. It doesn't all have to make sense in this present moment, and being able to just know that the path will reveal itself through the work is really all you can live by. So I'm sort of sad to be wrapping it up, but I think I'm also looking forward to getting a bit more of a routine going, because it's been a bit all over the place here, late nights, brainstorming, as you guys would have seen. Definitely doing this more often, as we planned out our quarterly retreat sort of, and micro trips in between, a nice cadence to them. So it's good to know that we'll be all getting together and syncing up like this at least once every 3 months. So that makes me happy to know that we'll have time spent together, being able to live while we do it. I think that's one thing that I've felt a bit anxious about, is that I'll do all this work and lock in for so long, like I was in New Zealand for the past 2 months, and sure, I'll maybe get where I want to go financially, but I won't have lived it all in the interim. To not have lived in this period of my life is just as scary as not being where I want to be. You always think you're so smart in the moment, but you're only getting smarter over time, and oftentimes the actual path is revealed through just testing and just doing a ridiculous amount of volume, that the actual opportunity reveals itself. Like through me posting tons of videos, eventually I realized that there was interest for consulting, and then through consulting I realized there was interest for an agency, and through agency I realized there was this no code thing because I was experimenting, and then I started talking about it on YouTube, and then I saw there was an opportunity for an education product. And like, it's not like it's super linear. That sounds linear, but there's a lot of mess all around it, and in hindsight it seems like, well, that was an obvious thing to do, but it wasn't at the time. And so it's just being able to, like I said, I think as a employee mindset you struggle to not have a clear like 12-month roadmap, but it's just like it's going to be messy as fuck for quite a long time, and actually like kind of forever unless you step out of the business. But I think that just understanding that it's not about having a master plan, it's about having a good plan and executing on it until you see the actual path reveal itself. I hope you guys have thoroughly enjoyed this behind the scenes look. I hope you know that it is a bit scary. It's being vulnerable like this, and you getting to see me shirtless, lying down, shaking my feet around on a couch. But it's not all nice hairdos and crisp YouTube shots. It's messy, and this is what we really like. And the idea is that hopefully we attract more of you who appreciate us just being us, our true selves. And the people who don't like it, I'm sorry, I guess I was never really meant for you anyway. So I think we can agree to disagree, and when we go our separate ways. So this is me, this is my team, and I'm going to continue to try to show you the real me and the real us, because I think we've got something special here.